the case that the person has not been able to pay their rent, may agree to be a guarantor for you or not agree to be a guarantor for you in the UK. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ambi So today I'll be talking to you about guarantors, all you need to know before you guarantee somebody, and also those of you that are looking for a guarantor, so that you're armed with information why people may agree to be a guarantor for you or not agree to be a guarantor for you in the UK, whether you know them or not, or whether you have a close relationship with them or not. So who is a guarantor? So obviously this is based on property, renting a property, as example, international student, why you might not be able to get a guarantor in the UK, or why somebody you thought would have guaranteed you when looking for an apartment decided, oh no, I can't really guarantee this person. So a guarantor is somebody that literally guarantees that you will pay your rent. So you have your guarantor and the landlord. The landlord most times doesn't have any sort of relationship with you, strictly by, oh, this person's interested in my property, but how can I guarantee that this person will pay me when it's time for my rent? So the guarantor most times is somebody in the UK that would vouch for you. The landlord doesn't care if you have a relationship with this person, or this person at that time doesn't have a job, or if you default on your rent, this person can't pay. But as long as, or as far as that person's signature, you sign that you are the guarantor of that person, you become very liable for everything that concerns that person if in the future that person isn't able to pay their rent. So before you become a guarantor for anybody, just make sure it's not a pity party. Be sure I'm able to vouch for this person, able to pay, and if this person isn't able to pay, I am happy to take the bulk of the consequences that might arise, or that may arise, if this person defaults on their rent. And usually it sometimes gets to a point that the guarantor is served a notice by lawyers because the landlord has said, okay, I can't get through to this person that I rented my house to, but ding ding ding, I remember that there's a guarantor that signed, that person is in the UK, that person has a job, and obviously that person said that they would vouch and they would guarantee that this person pays rent. And in the case that the person has not been able to pay their rent, you have accepted to be that person's light in shining armor and pay that rent. Something I would advise people is make sure you read the terms and conditions before you sign to be the guarantor to anybody. The people that can guarantee or can stand in as a guarantor for you as an international student, or for you as someone looking to rent a house, is either somebody that is a parent, a close relative. It can be a friend that is really close. Most times a guarantor is somebody that in the event that you can't pay your rent would be held liable to it. So for those people that want to vouch for people and be a guarantor, make sure that you can trust that person that you're signing, saying, oh yes, I trust this person, I am happy to be a guarantor. I had a situation where this student wasn't able to pay up the remaining part of the contract signed, and then the person's guarantor was contacted. I think what actually happened, the student didn't actually understand the gravity of what he or she was about to get the guarantor into, when this person was like, okay, I did not stay there for the rest of my contract, I cancelled it on so and so time, so why am I still being held liable? But because there's this guarantor who trusted that you'll be able to pay, and didn't obviously bargain for paying up your rent, didn't even bargain for standing in any court sessions for you, because they stood as a guarantor for you, you have to be considerate of those people that have literally vouched for you. You can't decide, oh, well, it's not my problem. Maybe you decide to leave the UK and you're like, oh yeah, that's fine, I didn't pay the rest of my rent. But the thing is, while you're cruising in your home country, the person who vouched for you, who is most likely still living in the UK, is getting the heat of the moment. And you don't want to risk a relationship because you've been inconsiderate of that person. And yes, maybe that time you were not able to pay the rest of your rent, but communication is key. Communicate to your guarantor. So maybe you can have some sort of meeting with the landlord as well, some sort of arrangement, instead of you just saying, okay, yeah, after everything, I'm not even going to stay here, I am out of here. But you have a guarantor that you put in a very difficult position, that you left in the UK, still working in the UK, and obviously in the long run, what happens is the credit score is affected. The person might not be able to get a mortgage, may not be able to get a car. So many things is affected when that guarantor is sort of dragged into a situation the person they even bargained for, because you refuse to actually pay your rent when you're meant to, paying the rest of your rent, fulfilling the whole of your contract. What is the take home for this? You as an international student, and make sure the person that you're about to drag into the whole renting a place, renting an apartment, is actually somebody that you will be considerate of and actually pay and keep the part of your bargain of fulfilling your contract. And you as a guarantor, make sure, please make sure that you are vouching and putting your signature to the contract of somebody that actually has your own best interests at heart. Yes, you're being a very nice person, you're being a very considerate person, because without you, that person, that international student or whoever is in that situation, wouldn't be able to get an accommodation. The person will be stranded. You're being a good Samaritan, which is lovely and great, but also bear in the back of your mind that what a guarantor is you are guaranteeing that if that person doesn't pay, then I'm liable to pay. Also guaranteeing that that person is a respectable person that the landlord is giving their house to. So there's so much to lose if the person you're standing in as a guarantor for defaults on. So why does your guarantor have to be in the UK? As an international student, is very simple. Your guarantor has to be in the UK or someone residing in the UK. So if in the event of you defaulting on your rent or your contract, that person is easy to contact. That person is also bound by the property laws in the UK, the tenant agreement in the UK. And because you're an international student, there is nothing binding you. You don't have a place at the moment in the UK, but this guarantor is situated in the UK, and it's easy for the landlords to sort of pinch them in certain places in order to get their rent, either by calling a lawyer, which will in the long run affect their credit score. So much can happen, and it's easier to tweak buttons of those guarantors when they are guarantors residing in the UK. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my video of a little rant explaining and whatnot, but thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment. Until next time, my name is Amri C.